It's the middle of July, and what's happening with the housing market now? Let's get into it, and I'm going to tell you the 3 things I want you to anticipate going into the fall. This is Shaheedah Hill, getting you over the hill to home ownership and helping you confidently buy your first home. Now, we're almost halfway through the summer, and generally speaking, May, June, and July are the strongest housing markets. So what happens after July? So I'm going to tell you some things that are happening already and some things you can look forward to as the summer comes to an end. So number 1, mortgage applications are down 17% over 2020. So there's already fewer people applying for new mortgages than last year. And in the summer months, agents are saying they're getting fewer offers on their homes and there are more days on the market. Again, this is going to vary by area, but if you've ever watched my video preparing for the crash, then I want you to go over those things, because one of the things I wanted you to do is really to know your market, to start working with a realtor even if you weren't ready to buy yet, so you know what to look for in your market. So your realtor can tell you, are people putting in fewer offers? Are there listings on for more days on the market than they were in May or in June? So I want you to start gathering that information, because generally speaking, we're going to get into the fall market and you may have more opportunities. I will say in Atlanta, for affordable housing, and when I say affordable, it really means lower than the average price. So our average price is in the 300,000s. So people that are looking like 150, 175, 190, 200,000, 250, they're having difficulty still finding properties, and it is very competitive. But I do believe that they will have more opportunities as the fall market begins. So these are the 3 things I want you to look out for in the next couple of months, okay? Number 1, when does school start in your area? In Atlanta, school starts in August. So my children go back to school in 2 weeks. Why is that very important? Because if they are buyers and sellers with children, they may get out of the market. A lot of parents don't like to take their children out of school after the school year starts. They would rather do this during the winter break or the summertime. So that will put fewer people in the market. Now, it does mean that there might be fewer sellers on the market as well, but again, fewer buyers. So buyers will just stay put wherever their housing situation is. They may exit the market if they cannot find something before school starts. So you may have an opportunity with fewer buyers on the market. Number 2, where are interest rates? If they start creeping up to like mid 3s, 3.5, 3.4, there'll be less incentive for buyers to be in the market, because the cost to borrow money will be higher. So I want you to look at if, interest rates begin to rise toward the fall. That will give you more opportunity. Of course, it will cost more, but if you can't find a house right now because everything's so competitive, then you'll have more opportunity even when interest rates rise. So just kind of be mindful if interest rates are going up. The Fed did talk about inflation and the possibility of increasing interest rates toward the end of the year, the beginning of next year. Number 3 is inventory increasing in your area. So are there more homes on the market come the fall market, the fall time? Because what ideally you want, right now we're in a seller's market, but if we want to enter a more balanced market, we're not just going to go from a seller's market to a buyer's market. There'll be an in-between time. We're in a more balanced market where things stay on the market a little bit longer. Inventory will begin to increase. But again, it doesn't happen all at once. So you want to see its inventory increasing a little bit in, July, when July numbers come out in August. Are you having more opportunities to find property? Now, inventory is still lower than it was in 2020. So there's not as many homes on the market. And that's one of the things that will keep competition a little bit high. But there are 2 dates I want you to be mindful of. The eviction moratorium ends on July 31st. So the end of this month, the eviction moratorium ends. Your state, depending on state, may have extended it past this deadline, but you'll have a lot of investors who may have rental properties that will take this opportunity to evict and to put their homes on the market if they haven't already. So that is one date that I want you to be mindful of. The other date is September 30th. So September 30th is when the mortgage forbearance ends. So people cannot apply for mortgage forbearance after this time. So that's another important date to think about, because people are going to think about whether they're going to sell their house, whether they're going to enter repayment, or whether they're going to foreclose and just continue not to pay. Now, that's not when it expires individually. So some people have mortgage forbearance that doesn't expire until December or January, because depending on when you applied, that's how long yours is good for. But you want to, really think about those dates and see it's, the market's starting to shift around that. Now, this is not data, but this is just in my local market, talking to agents, talking to my brokers and other people. They are saying that they're getting fewer offers on their properties, and their properties are staying on the market for longer. So I really want you to keep an ear on the market, keep in your realtor's ear, so you know when you'll have a greater opportunity to perhaps get your offers accepted, maybe even get closing costs. There's the time when the market is beginning at least to shift in some areas. Now, this will vary by area. This will vary by purchase price. So you want to be mindful. So when the shift occurs, you're not kind of on the end of it. You want to be mindful of, I may have some more opportunities that may come up. So you want to build your awareness and really know when you have an opportunity to get the home that you've been looking for. This is Shaheedah Hill. Please like and subscribe to my channel for new videos every week.